Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be diving deep to help you out with your creativity to level up on ChatGPT Canvas. So whether you're writing a story, planning content, or just feeling stuck, well, this tool like ChatGPT Canvas right here can help you out break through mental blocks and spark fresh ideas fast. And before we start, why don't you check the pinned comment for further helpful guide and more tricks to learn along the way and maybe some additional prompts for you just in case. So let's get started. Okay, why don't we start with the basics? So why don't we go with highlighting like a specific passage in your creative draft like this one? Let's say I'm writing a story, so it could be any passage, paragraph, line of dialogue, or even just a brief scene description, anywhere you feel stuck or want to push your idea fast. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is okay, let's say I will go with this section right here. Okay, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. There we go. So here's the first thing I could do. Like, here it is. First, like additional expansion of like creativity that I want to get help with from ChatGPT that let's say I can do it myself. And here it is. Can you expand this moment into a flashback or subplot? Here we go with this specific section right there. Like one day, as the city prepared for the Festival of Falling Stars, Alira received a letter written on smoke and sealed with ice. It appeared beside her bedside flame, which flickered blue for the first time in her life. The message read, "Your shadow waits beyond the veil. Come before the final star falls." Okay, so let's say this expands with more lore or something. Okay, let's send this over. There we go. Here's what it does. Oh, here we go. It expands a bit more details right here. Okay, let me go to show changes. All right. The old one version, it's still kept over here, and here is the added one. Here it is. She was 7, hidden beneath the roots of the singing tree during a storm, the other children having run from her after seeing her reflection vanish in the pond. That was the first time she heard the voice, a whisper not from outside but deep within. It said, "You are not broken, you are unfinished." In the same time, a flicker of shadow had danced near her feet before vanishing now a decade later. Yep, that is like a flashback or additional plot right there. Smoked letter trembled in her hands. Message reads, yep, same message right here. So yeah, really easy right there with selecting that part of that passage, and it expands with just a simple prompt with just selecting that kind of section in your creative draft right there. Really easy, and that could help out with the brainstorming and all to generate like fresh angles without rewriting your whole draft. It's very fast, flexible, and yeah, surprisingly fun that is. So yeah, look how ChatGPT has done here. Pretty impressive. Okay, so for the next one, let's say that your whole draft right here, you think that if it's too packed or not quite enough, or even it's too broad in detail, why don't we just have ChatGPT help us out right now? All right, let's do it with the same feature right here. There we go. Okay, so with this, how about this prompt right here? Okay, simple as that. that I come up with. Okay, it says expand this with more detail or emotional depth. Okay, it just depends on what would the result be once I send this over. Okay, now just press enter or click send right now. Okay, it's just focusing on that sole section right here. And see right here, doesn't affect. And oh, look at that. It adds more details right here. See? Look at that. Here. There we go. It's rewritten in some parts with the first paragraph, and now it's extended right here. There you can also do other prompts under that. Let's say with this one right here, here's another one I could type it down, like refine this to make it easier to read, but keep the context. My apologies, guys. My A and X key are broken. Here we go. There we go. There. All fixed. Right here. Now, let's see how ChatGPT would help out with this one. Okay. There we go. And boom. In an instant, it was already refined and much easier to read. And also there's an optional one with the final polish or adjusting the reading level. So yeah, this is perfect. Easy clicks and few prompts for pacing, tone, or building out emotional moments without starting over. Okay, so before we get to the last one, if you find this video helpful so far, don't forget to subscribe to get notified whenever we post a new video. And if you could take just 2 seconds to smash that like button, it would help us get traction in the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so much, everybody. Okay, so for this one, let's say you ran out of ideas and you're stuck in this point right here and you don't even know where to type next in your written draft, like story, article, essay, anything. Well, ChatGPT can back as up right here. Okay, so we'll use the Ask ChatGPT. There we go. And let me just put this one. After this, what happens next? Okay, so I just simply ask that one. Or if you'd like to go in further context, you can just copy this one and paste it in to add to this one. There we go. So after this, what happens next? Let me send this off. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Okay. So as you'll see, this is kept, and ChatGPT here added some new details, some new events here and there. This one with Alira emerged into the Forgotten Hollow. Down here to Alira took a step forward, not away from the shadow, but toward the truth she had always feared to face. So yeah, that gives us from ChatGPT like some additional points or ideas that could help us out with writing what's next. And also, there is another prompt that I could ask from ChatGPT, which is this one, like this one. Yep. I would ask, what are 3 directions this story could go? Okay, so it depends on what the results would be. So let's see what ChatGPT would answer us with. All right, let me send this off. Oh, there we go. Let's focus on this part right here. There we go. With this highlighted, it gives us like 3 choices here that could help us with writing. The first is the mirror as a portal, or a boy as her mirror twin, or shadow as a sentient being. So let's say I would go with this one. I would answer her with this one, mirror as a portal to the past. Let me send this. Boom. And now jumping here. Okay. All right. And there we go. Here is how it continued from the previous one. And there we go. It says the story now continues with the mirror acting as a portal to Alira's childhood. So, yeah, here it is. I mean, the goal here is not just to complete it, it's just for ChatGPT to guide us in not getting stuck with our creativity and whatnot, in what we're feeling stuck or unsure what we could do next. So by asking more and more from ChatGPT, and voila, look at this. It just helps us out bit by bit by bit. And yep, here it is, quite helpful. And yeah, that is about it with using ChatGPT Canvas to brainstorm new ideas in order for us to prevent from having like writer's blocks or anything, just to help us out with coming up with new ideas in our writing drafts. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video. And until then, take care, everybody. Bye.